by the special interest. We cannot have the special interest involved.
Yeah, but my question is, if you're going to split the vote, it's going to elect a Democrat, which is even worse.
Then ask the Republican to drop out. Because we are not going to give up this country for a party. It's about the principles, not the party. I have the same argument coming out of the Democrats saying, don't split the vote because you'll give it to the Republicans. It's not about the parties. It's about who has the qualifications to create jobs and get America working again.
The Republican Party was started by Lincoln as an anti-slavery party. What do you mean it's not about the party?
But the parties have been compromised.
Well, then you need to get into one and change it.
I say we need to send a clear and resounding message in 2010 to the 2012 elections that America will not be controlled by the party just because we're trained to vote one way or the other, or we don't count. There's a lot of independents up here. There's Democrats that really do not like the Republicans at all. And this seat was held 2-to-1 votes for Democrat for almost 2 decades. Those Democrats are not about ready to go over and vote for a Republican, no matter what you or I say. But they will go vote for an independent that is not allegiance to any party. So really, both parties are split. The Republican Party split and the Democrat Party split. And this is our one chance as independent citizens to stand up and say we want our country back as for the people, not the party. It's that simple. We have got to get it done. Any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. If you get elected, what will you do to let our voices be heard in Washington while you're in the system?
First of all, keep the special interests out of my office and take your phone call for a change. Okay? Really. I have a hard time getting a hold of my congressman. How about you guys? Yes? We need to hear from the people. Okay? And if you want to take money from special interests, that's where you get elected. Well, I say you go to the people, and I'd rather have $5 from everyone here than take a dime of special interest money. And that's where our voices is heard. Our Constitution has term limits built in. And just like I read from George Washington, their servants can and undoubtedly will be recalled. And if I'm not willing to take your phone call, you need to fire me. It's that simple. Fire them. Plain and simple. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
If you were to go to Washington and the stimulus, you would have been voting on the stimulus. A two-part question. How would you have voted? And as a small business, would you apply for stimulus money?
2 questions. Okay, 1. I would have voted no on the stimulus package. Flat out right no. And I can tell you firsthand how and why that is just destroying our commerce in America. Okay? I had to apply for a stimulus package in order to get infrastructure built, but I did it as a loan, not grant money, as a loan to pay back. These businesses are taking grant monies. My competition is taking free taxpayer money to really put us out of business. And I have saved these schools almost $2 million. And what did I get for it? They give Merit $60 million. They give All-Band $13 million. And the list goes on and on and on. I haven't gotten 1 dime of grant money, and I won't take 1 dime of grant money. In my first round application, I applied 2/3 for 1 loan, and 1/3 of it was for a grant to bring security for the police departments. It was for the fire departments, EMS, and our schools to give them services, and it was all spelled out. All that money was earmarked to the community. The rules were set up that you had to apply for grant money in that application. And so I said, if there's grant money that's going to be in there, then it's to the people and not the private company. So that's how I did it. Second round application, I said, I don't care what the rules are. It's going to be 100% loan, or I'm not going to apply. I've spent $300,000, and so far all they managed to tell me is we don't live in rural America.
Okay. Why couldn't you go to a bank for that loan if you're that passionate about taking care of?
Banks won't loan. They're too regulated by the government. I've spent the last 3 years applying for a loan. It's not happening. Banks will not loan.
Sounds like you're a little angry. Are you angry because you didn't get money from the stimulus package, or what's going on
No,
there?
sir. No, sir. I'm angry because the government has no longer represented the people, and they have put our businesses in harm's way